Hello and welcome to my League One Game Week 30 predictions. League One predictions for this weekend's matches. The last 16 games of the season. It's all in from here pretty much, and the running doesn't start till another 5 or 6 game weeks of time when it's 10 games to go. But let's just jump straight into my League One Game Week 30 predictions for this weekend's games. 12:30 kickoffs then, and first up is Wimbledon taking on Bolton at the Cherry Red Record Stadium. In Wimbledon, we know Bolton's away form isn't particularly great. They did pick up an away win last time out against Wigan, though. Wimbledon on absolute honking form. I don't think they've won away in their league. Well, they did beat Leyton Orient away in the league, which was a good solid away win for them in that one, but they did draw away at Rotherham. They lost at home to Doncaster as well, lost away at Wickham as well, which isn't particularly great. Head-to-heads look like this. There was 3-0 home win for Bolton. Earlier in the season, Wimbledon haven't won a game in this head-to-heads for a while, since 2010. 0 wins for them on the head-to-head, 4 draws, 3 wins for Bolton Wanderers. Bolton will be looking to win this. Their away form hasn't been particularly great, but they are coming on song now, sitting third in League One. Stephen Schumacher's side doing very, very well for themselves. They're taking on a poor Wimbledon side here, though, and that is why I'm going to back Bolton Wanderers to win this by 3-1 at Wimbledon here. I think it'd be quite a comfortable win over Wimbledon in this one. So, 3-1 Bolton. Other 12:30 kickoff is at Bradford City taking on Doncaster in a bit of a Yorkshire derby. Here, 3 losses on the trot for Bradford City. Doncaster unbeaten in their last 4 in all competitions. Did very, very well for themselves and putting up a spirited performance against Southampton in their 5th versus 21st. Doncaster still in that drop zone, but a win here would drag them out, I believe. Yes, it would. Just depending on what the teams do, of course. Head-to-head earlier in the season was a 3-1 home Doncaster win. They also won in the FL Trophy by 3-1. 7 wins for Bradford, 3 draws, 10 wins for Doncaster. Difficult to call. I'm probably going to back probably going to back Bradford in this one. But then Doncaster, you never know what they could throw up. Bradford need to win this really to keep back in that playoff hunt as well, or just keep winning, because there are teams starting to catch them. Going about Bradford for a 2-1 home win here. I think they will just get over the line in this one against Doncaster in this one. But I think Bradford will just get over the line against Donny in this one. Northampton versus Reading now. This one's at 2 o'clock because of the rugby match, I think. That is the reason some Northampton games do kick off at 2 o'clock. This one kicks off at 2 o'clock against Reading at Sixfields. 3 losses on the trot for Northampton, at home to Wickham, away at Blackpool, and away at Rotherham. Not particularly great for them. Reading back-to-back 2-2 draws for them over Exeter and Barnsley, respectively. Exeter was in the that was in the league, I believe. Yes, it was League One. Of course, there was games midweek, wasn't there? Reading haven't won since that 1-0 home victory over Stockport. Head-to-heads look like this. 1-0 home win for Reading earlier in the season on the 21st of October. Difficult to call this one, but I think, the last time to play at Sixfields was a 0-0 draw. Northampton have a pretty good record, but then they did lose in a friendly. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw in this one between the sides. I do not think anything is going to separate them. I think it will be quite a cagey game of football, this one, and that is why I'm backing a 1-1 draw here. Now is Barnsley versus Stevenage as we jump into the 3 o'clock matches at Oakwell. Barnsley do need to win this after that honking 4-0 defeat away at Cardiff at the weekend. 1-0 home win for Stevenage over Posh at the weekend as well. In the week, sorry, not on the weekend. The weekend was a 2-2 draw away for Barnsley at Reading. 1-1 draw for Stevenage at home to Mansfield. Stevenage needed to win that to get back within playoff contention, didn't they? Head-to-head earlier in the season, Stevenage did. They haven't played each other yet. Stevenage did win this fixture back at Oakwell last year on the 25th of January, around a year ago. 3-0 for Stevenage against Barnsley before that one. 1 win for Barnsley, 0 draws, 3 wins for Stevenage. I'm going to back Barnsley to win this at home. I think the duo win as well. I'm going to go for a 3-2 Barnsley win in this one over Stevenage here. Just because I think Barnsley are doing okay at the moment, and I think they're going to beat Stevenage by 3-2 here. Next up is Burton versus Cardiff. Then here at the Pirelli, Burton back-to-back losses for them. They've been in the games though, away at Lincoln and away at Bolton. Probably two of the most difficult fixtures this season potentially. And they have another very difficult fixture here at home to Cardiff City. Cardiff did beat Barnsley 4-0 on the week. Drew at home to Stockport, was probably 2 dropped home points for them. That at the weekend, first sit Cardiff 20th in the table, sit Burton. Burton have scored 10 in their last 5, do like a few goals. They scored 5 away at Boreham Wood as well, didn't they? 1-0 away win for Burton earlier in the season at the Cardiff City Stadium. Very good away win for Gary Bayer's men in that one. 3 wins for Burton, 0 draws, 5 wins for Cardiff. Cardiff have had 5 losses so far this season. 3-1 home win for Cardiff over Burton in 2018. Nobody cares about that one. I'm going to back Cardiff City to get over the line. I'm going to go for a 2-1 away Cardiff win. I think this will be quite a routine win. Or it will be, I think they will just have enough quality in this one over Burton side that don't look particularly great at the moment, although they have lost two games to the best sides in the division. So we'll have to wait and see on that one. Maybe they will give Cardiff City a game, but I'm backing Cardiff to win by 2-1. Exeter Rotherham now then at St James's Park in Devon. Exeter unbeaten since that Manchester City result where they got spanked. 3-0 win over Stevenage, 3-1 win over Port Vale, 2-2 draw in there between Reading and Exeter as well. They did beat Northampton by 2-1 as well, to Rotherham over Northampton. Good result there after they were on a bit of a losing rut, of course. Rotherham sit 23rd in the table, 2 points off safety. Exeter up in 11th under Gary Caldwell, doing very, very well for themselves. 1-0 win for Rotherham earlier in the season. I think Exeter are going to win this one. I'm going to go for a 1-0 home Exeter win in this one. I think they'll beat Rotherham and get a scrappy win on the board. And Rotherham are just looking at League Two, which is ridiculous to say, as they were a championship club a few years ago. So, Exeter to win by 1-0. Leyton Orient versus bottom club Port Vale. Leyton Orient have lost 2 on the trot. They lost 3-0 away at Doncaster, which isn't great. Bolton beat them as well. 2 defeats on the trot for Port Vale, not looking good for them. At home to Exeter and Mansfield, they were well done anyway on 18 points. They're 12 points off safety. They are pretty much gone. Under John Brady, Leyton Orient won this fixture earlier in the season. Was this 3-2 away win for Leyton Orient. 0-0 draw when they last played at Leyton Orient at the Bet-Right. 6 wins for Leyton Orient, 4 draws, 3 wins for Port Vale. Difficult one to call, this one. Leyton Orient scored 6 in their last 5, haven't kept a clean sheet in 12. Ballard's been firing them in this season for Leyton Orient, hasn't he? I'm going to go for a Leyton Orient win in this one. We're going to go for a comfortable 2-0 win for Richie Wellens' side in this one, and them to beat bottom club Port Vale quite convincingly, and John Brady's start at Port Vale doesn't get any easier. Luton versus Blackpool then at Kenilworth Road. Luton will be looking for a response after they haven't won in 4 games. Their last win came against Stevenage way back when. Blackpool have lost 4 out of 5 matches. 2-2 draw between Blackpool and Luton on the 30th of September 2025. Earlier in the season, 3-1 home win for Luton over Blackpool. Last time they did play on the 10th of April. 5 wins for Luton, 5 draws, 1 win for Blackpool. Luton have been pretty good at home against a Blackpool team that don't look particularly good. Luton need to hit back with a response with Jack Wilshere in this one. I think they will do. I don't know how much they're going to win by it, but I am good about Luton. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Luton win in this one. They have to start kicking some results in somewhere, and they're going to beat Blackpool and Ian Evatt in this one, who have have had 4 losses out of their last 5. So, Luton to win by 2-1. Mansfield Wickham now then at the one called Mansfield, doing very, very well at the moment and beating the last 5. They have drew their last 2 matches against Stevenage and Plymouth, mind you. Wickham did beat Wigan by 2-0. Wycombe did lose at home to Peterborough before that. At the weekend, of course, back-to-back 1-1 draws for Mansfield over Plymouth and Stevenage, all both away from home, I should say. Early in the season, Wycombe did win this fixture by 2-0 over Mansfield, who I don't think started the season particularly great. It was Mike Dodds' team in charge that day. 3 wins for Mansfield, 4 draws, 7 wins for Wycombe. Wycombe have won the last 3 matches between the two sides in League One. 0 wins for Mansfield, 4 draws, 3 wins for Wycombe. I'm going to back another 1-1 draw in this one between Mansfield and Wycombe, and that'd be 3 1-1 draws on the trot for Nigel Clough's Mansfield, and that's why I'm backing a 1-1 draw between Mansfield and Wycombe here. Peterborough versus Huddersfield, then, as we kick off at the Western Home Stadium at Peterborough. Peterborough very inconsistent, loss. Are they going to win this one? We'll have to wait and find out. Back-to-back Huddersfield wins under Liam Manning so far. Back-to-back 1-0 wins over Bradford and Luton, and they've got themselves back in the playoff picture, back into the playoffs at the moment. 3 points the gap between them and Stevenage. 3-2 home win for Huddersfield earlier in the season. Good win for them in that one. 4 wins for Peterborough though. 3 draws, 4 wins for Huddersfield. Last season Peterborough did win this at Huddersfield as well. We've just mentioned the head-to-head record. Scored 7 in their last 5, 6 in their last 5 for Huddersfield's 1.7 goals a match on average. Peterborough and Huddersfield have had not drawn any of their last 4 matches against each other. That is why I'm going to back Liam Manning's side to get over the line here. I'm going to go for a 1-0 away Huddersfield win. I think it'll be a 3-1-0 wins on the trot for Huddersfield, and this one is going to come away at Luke Williams' Peterborough. Stockport versus Plymouth is up next at Edgeley Park. Then 4 wins out of the last 5 come Stockport. 4 wins out of the last 5 come Plymouth in all competitions. It is the form teams at the moment in the division. Stockport coming on strong under Dave Challoner need to solidify those playoff places, of course, who and Plymouth are coming up against them, who are trying to chase down the playoffs themselves. And if Plymouth did win this, then I think they would be in that playoff shout, wouldn't they? You'd have to put them in contention. You would think so. Plymouth did win this fixture 4-2 earlier in the season. I think that was one of Plymouth's first wins of the campaign. 14th sit Plymouth, 4th sit Stockport. At the moment in the table, Plymouth sit horrible. They've been horrible at home, but they've been very good away from home. Stockport have been better. Both teams crap at home and both teams quite good away. Are Plymouth going to continue that momentum ride? At the moment they haven't lost in 7. Stockport haven't lost in 5. It's going to be a battle of the form teams. I'm going to back a 2-2 draw in this one. I don't think there'll be a lot to separate them. Stockport starting to maybe put a bit of a run together now as well towards the back end of the season, but I think they won't. They'll be halted here at home to Plymouth, who have very, very good away form under Tom Cleverley, and that is why I'm backing. Final game is Lincoln versus Wigan, I should say. Lincoln be looking to win this. They're looking brilliant at the moment and looking maybe to be in that automatic race. Well, they should be in the automatic race come the end of the season if they keep things as they are. Michael Skubala doing a very, very good job at Lincoln City at the moment. I'm surprised the championship team hasn't come in and poached him just yet. Wigan on horrible form. Only win came away at Preston. It's like they put all their legs into that FA Cup game. Paid off, to be fair to them, but Ryan Lowe will be looking to focus on they've got Arsenal next in the FA Cup. Don't do Wigan. 2-2 early in the season between the two sides on the 6th of September. 2 wins for Wigan, 4 draws, 3 wins for Lincoln. I mean, Wigan do kind of need to focus on staying in the division. I say that. Hang on. Why is that table saying Wigan have more points than teams around them? That is bizarre. I'm not sure what football was doing there, but Wigan do need to focus on staying in the division first before doing a cup run, of course, as they do sit 19th in the table. I think Wigan will need to win this if they are they've got to bounce back from the loss away at Wycombe, but they haven't really bounced back. They've lost 4 out of the last 5, of course. They take on a Lincoln side that won't get any easier for Wigan Athletic, and that is why we'll go for a 2-0 away Lincoln City win in this one. Yeah, just think Lincoln will get a big away win here and continue to put that pressure on Cardiff as well as pull away from the playoff teams. Thank you very much for watching my League One Game Week 30 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff. And I'll speak to you on the next one, which will be Premier League predictions tomorrow morning. So don't forget to stay tuned for that. And yeah, thank you all for watching. I'll speak to you all on the next one.